Hello, my Luminites, it is Ivy, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hello. My name is Ivy, also known as Intuitive Ivy M, here on this channel as well as on my TikTok and on my Instagram. I am also the co-founder of an amazing spiritual business company called Unearthly Treasures, where we make all sorts of amazing magical products, such as our Aphrodite's Kiss candle, which is specifically for love and romance, so it is perfect for this month of February and Valentine's Day. We also have like our Aphrodite's Kiss oil, as well as our spray to help with self-love, romance, as well as our spell jar necklace. So you can find all of that at unearthlytreasures.com. Hello, if you're new here, this channel is all about the magical, the mystical, and the supernatural. So if you are into one or all three of those things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on that notification bell. There's a little floof, sorry. To be notified when I post. I usually post 3 times a week. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. Since Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and this is specifically Love Month, I wanted to talk about some crystals and herbs specifically for love, romance, and self-love. So we're going to go ahead and get into a bit of herbs that you can use for your magical spells and your magical practices, as well as some crystals that you can use for your practice. If you want to increase the romance in your life, love in your life, and also self-love and self-worth as well. So let's just go ahead and get started. Also, I do have a video where I did make a love spell jar. So if you guys want to learn how to make your own spell jar specifically for love, I will link that down below. But this is just an overall overview of just different herbs and crystals that help with that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into herbs. The first herb that I want to talk about is, of course, the number one. When you hear love, you always hear about roses, because I mean, come on, Valentine's Day, you give your significant other usually red roses. So what about the rose is associated with love? The rose is associated with deities such as like Eros and like Aphrodite. Also, roses have a very long association with love, and not only love, but just emotions in general. And of course, since this is a love month and we're giving red roses, the association of emotion and love is just traditionally, because it's traditionally used in roses, it's also, because of that, it's just heavily like weighted with love properties, if that makes any sense. So roses are associated with romance. It's associated with love. You can use them for romance. You can use them for love. It's also associated with good luck and also love divination. So if you're doing particularly a tarot reading on love or on romance, or how does your crush feel about you, or something like that, where you're working with another person about a love reading, or yourself, having some rose herbs or making some sort of like love concoction with roses is going to really enhance your love divination work as well. Okay, so the next herb is gardenia. So gardenia is also a flower. It is associated with love. It's also associated with spirituality. It's said to have a very high frequency, so it not only attracts positive things like love and, you know, high vibrational things, but it also attracts good vibrational spirits. So if you're doing spirit work, or you're working with ancestors, specifically like ancestors that you were close to, that you love, or, you know, just ancestors that, you know, you want to develop that friendly bond with, gardenia would be a good herb to use for that as well. Okay, so the next herb that we're going to talk about is lavender. So lavender not only helps with sleep, but it also has been closely associated with love as well, and love spells. So you can put lavender in your love spell jar. Also, you can also put it under your pillow if you want to potentially not just astral project, but also lucid dream potentially on your person, that your significant other that you're trying to call towards you, would be a good, awesome thing to do as well, since it is associated with both sleep and love as well. So that's another herb that would really help you with any love spell or love magic that you want to do. Okay, next we have apple. Of course, apple is associated with Adam and Eve, so it has very traditionally love-based traditions that you can also use in your love spells. Apple is associated with not only love, it's associated with femininity, the balance of feminine and masculine as well. So you'd be able to use that, put that in any love spell jar that you want to do, as well as it's also associated with healing. So if you're trying to heal from a previous broken relationship or heartache, heartbreak, this is also a herb that would be wonderful for you to use in like a self-love sort of spell. Moving on with crystals. So first of all, the number one crystal that I of course have to recommend if you want to do any sort of like love spell is going to be rose quartz. You can just simply wearing it on you is not only going to help you attract love, it's going to enhance relationships as well as improve self-love as well and self-worth. So rose quartz is a very easy crystal to come by, easy crystal to find, but it's also one that's just widely known for its love and heart chakra properties. The next crystal that I want to recommend is going to be clear quartz. Now, clear quartz doesn't necessarily have an association with love per se, but it does have healing and cleansing properties. So if you are already in a relationship, or if you're having trouble with your loving yourself, this is going to be a crystal that really helps remove any negative energy and basically purifies how you feel about yourself, or basically just purifies the relationship. So it'll help heal and it'll help purify any relationship that already exists within yourself or with another person. A stone like obsidian, for example, which is known for like banishing and cleansing, is going to be something that's good as well for if you want to banish any bad feelings about yourself. If you want to banish any bad feelings that you have about attracting a partner, maybe you want a love partner, but maybe you're afraid, you have commitment issues, maybe you've been hurt before, and you want to banish those feelings and that negative energy out. Having some sort of crystal like obsidian is a good one to have, because it helps with banishing properties, as well as like if you want to banish any negative things that you think about yourself, as well as even if you're in a relationship and there's a lot of bad things going on or a lot of bad feelings, that'll also help banish any negative energy from that as well. Other miscellaneous things, these aren't necessarily herbs, these aren't necessarily crystals, things like a pink candle, for example, or red. Pink and red are very closely associated with romance and love. Red particularly is going to be a lot of sexual tension, it's going to be romance, it's going to be romantic love. Pink is going to be more friendship, self-love, things like that, a little bit more of like the lighter note, any love within like family-wise, friendship-wise, those are going to be things that are associated with that as well as just like overall romance, but it's more heavily like sexual tension within like red, but it's also associated with pink. So pink or red, such as like candles, working with any sort of pink wax, red, colored magic is also going to be highly associated with love as well. So those are just a few things if you wanted to create a love spell jar, or if you wanted to just make a love spell in general using a different concoction of things that you can wear around your neck. You can do all sorts of things with it. Like I said, I made a video on how to create a love spell jar with just specific things, but of course everybody has their own different herbs and crystals that they want to use specifically for things associated with what they want their love spell for. So anyways, you guys, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope if you make a love spell, I wish you my blessings and I wish you the best, and I hope and I know that things will go wonderful for you. Let me know what sort of herbs and crystals you use for your love magic and love practice, love spell work, whether you create a spray, whether you create a jar, whether you create a necklace, earrings, whatever you choose to do with these herbs and crystals. and miscellaneous things that I gave you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.